Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. Does this remind you of the old rabbit hole, perhaps? Yeah, we had to go back to this setup as I continue to work in this room. Do you hear the echo? I hate it, it's so much, but I've moved from being in the corner of a dining room to an entire room now, and I don't know how to fill it. So that's the sound of emptiness that you are hearing. We'll fix it in time. Thank you for bearing with me in the meantime. In today's video, I thought we would do a get ready with me and get unready with me and unwind. We'll do a nice relaxing skincare routine today. We've got Jade rollers, we've got eye gels. Join me perhaps in doing your skincare routine with me and I will give you a bit of a life update. Okay, what's the plan? Oh my gosh, I just did a PM skincare routine and we're doing another one today, but it's already different. I've moved on to Face Theory, which, whoa, that brand is more active than a toddler. I don't think they make a product that doesn't have some kind of active ingredients. As mentioned, we will be using a Jade roller. I bought the TonyMoly Moisture Boost Deep Sea Minis, and then I also bought from this newer brand at Ulta by the name of Loli or Loli? Loli. It's gotta be Loli. Yeah, this brand got my attention because I really do like to look for, zero waste brands. And look at this packaging here. That's quite nice to see. Let's see. So this is the little sampler set from this brand. And it says, this box, we don't make it, we grow it, a mushroom tray slipped into a sleeve of upcycled hemp. Yup, our packaging is worm food. Oh, that is fantastic to hear. I have so many worms. Context? Context. We have a lot of lizards. We now have 5, 6, 7, 8 lizards. Yes, our lizard family has quadrupled since moving. I know. So we had to start bulk buying the crickets and the worms for all of the lizards. And one day we had bought, I think it was 250 worms or 500 worms, and we put them all into this plastic tub. Listen, I've never in my life witnessed with my own eyes something that you see in a horror movie quite like that moment. I gotta get past it though. That's what they eat. You gotta get past it. Anyway, I'm just going to use one product from this today. We're gonna try the Tea Seed Elixir. I don't want to do too much. I've done too much too many times with skincare, so we'll save the rest of this kit. And then yet again, going into another one of my Kitsch eco-friendly little toner pads. We're gonna remove this makeup. And I'm just using the sample size today of the Clinique Take the Day Off. Still have to get through these before I buy a full size. I've got to. Get in a mirror so I can actually make sure I get this mascara off. Look at how effective these little pads are. I love them so much. So the makeup that I am wearing today, a very light look, I'm sure you noticed, that was from the e.l.f. Electric Mood Collection. Funny story with that. So I had started receiving PR from e.l.f., but no idea how that happened. And I got this giant box at my door the day before we actually moved out of that apartment, so probably will not be getting any more PR from e.l.f. just because I don't know who to contact. I don't know who to update my address with. But it was the entire Electric Mood collection, and so given that everything happened so much faster than I would have liked it to, I just decided to take that box with me for the next week and just use that makeup rather than bother with packing my own makeup. So then using the Face Theory Vitamin C Cream Cleanser on my little cognac sponge. Gosh, I had forgotten just how much I love cognac sponges. That kit was $7.99. I do not know if it's still on the Ulta website, but I think it's still on the TonyMoly website. But it was, I believe, $16 at retail. Honestly, I bought it because the eye serum in there has incredible ingredients. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, look at those ingredients. TonyMoly, of all brands, TonyMoly has an affordable algae-based eye serum that looks glorious. And it is. It's very lightweight, but I do really like it. I mean, that's what you expect an eye serum to be. Okay, moving on to the Face Theory Colloidal-C Anti-Redness Toner. By the way, what my routine is, I'm not going to review these products yet because we're going to have a full video soon, but my routine is I bought 2 serums. I bought the azelaic serum and the tranexamic serum, and I'm alternating those in the AM, and then just doing my regular retinol and night off alternating PM routine. Same as my regular routine. And then I also bought the Retinal moisturizer. Yeah, I didn't want to buy too much because I just did not want to introduce too many actives at once. But I'm excited. I'm gonna stop myself here because there's no point in reviewing a brand that I'm 4 days into when I can give you a review at 14 days. So it's the retinol routine tonight. How am I not out of this? This is the Geek and Gorgeous A game. This was gifted by the brand. I plan to buy more, but when am I gonna run out? What if this is the video in which I run out? It could be. I don't know. It's like a bottomless pit in that tube. And I still want to level up to the 0.1%, but I gotta finish this one first. At least in my head, I've gotta finish this one first, right? I love this serum so much. What an incredible retinoid product. Oh, it's so good. I really cannot believe that my skin doesn't look worse. I mean, I just did a very stressful move, and my skin, you know, I've got a few breakouts, but it's not that bad, for me at least. Let's use these Moisture Boost Cooling Hydrogel Eye Patches. This I have not yet had a chance to try, so we'll see how this goes. It's like an iridescent blue. How cute. How cute is that? These are kind of small, but I guess they do fit. This is where I feel like, oh, TonyMoly might actually be a brand that is geared towards much younger people. I bet that would fit a child's face well. I cannot go without lip balm, so let's try one of my new lip balms. My mom finally brought over everything I had ordered. That's why I have so many new products today. So I bought in that Fresh BOGO deal, the Sugar Caramel Hydrating Lip Balm, the version with stickers inside, because I'm 4. And the Fresh Sugar Lychee Hydrating Lip Balm. I absolutely love that one of you, at least one of you, made the exact same order that I did. Let's go with that one today. Let's go with that one. I want to see how it smells. How is Fresh so good at these? Ugh, instant relief for my dry lips. Instant relief. I loaded that on, didn't I? It matches my eye patches. This routine is as relaxing as I hoped it would be. Let me tell you a little bit about my plans for what I want to do with this room. So after thinking a very long time about this, I've decided let's go with the IKEA desk, the Alex setup. I know, it's what everybody does, but I have figured out why. I was looking at comparable desks and vanities. Those things start at $500. That's why people go to IKEA, because the whole system is $200, $210-ish. You can get the short version for, I think it's like $180. I want the longer version though. That's the reason people do it. It is not that expensive. I've seen the IKEA dupes. I thought about that. I still might do that because I'm waiting for the IKEA here to have this Alex setup back in stock. I guess it is that popular. Let me tell you, after weeks of thinking about this, I get it. I get why people go with that setup. I mean, the drawers are so perfect if you are somebody who has a lot of makeup or skincare products. Yeah, there's a reason people do it. It's the best deal. And I finally had my first ever IKEA experience. This is kind of a funny story. We'll get personal for a moment here. I was a little bit anti-IKEA for, again, a very specific and odd reason. So many years ago, if you can even believe me, I had a boyfriend. Yes, I know, hard to believe. And it was one of those relationships that I don't think either of us were at a point in our life to really be in a long-term relationship, and yet it lasted for 2 years. So at one point, he wanted to go to IKEA, and it was kind of a drive from Gainesville, Florida. I went to University of Florida. So he wanted to go, but he decided that he didn't want to take me because I wasn't enough of an IKEA person. So instead, he took his ex-girlfriend. And that actually is a really good summary of the entire relationship, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't wish any ill against him or resent him or anything. I hope he's doing great, but yeah, it was like that in a lot of ways. And it's funny because I realized that I was out here going, I won't buy anything from IKEA, and I was like, it's not IKEA that you don't like. It's what happened to you that tied in IKEA. So anyway, I went to IKEA for the first time in my life, and I absolutely love it. Why did he think I wasn't an IKEA person? I love it. We got our bed frame. We really needed a new bed frame. We got a beautiful rug. We got a teapot. We got some utensils, just all kinds of little stuff that we needed. And it did not break the bank. IKEA is amazing, and we had the meatballs. We had the meatballs. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna take these off. They did stay in place pretty well. I gotta give them that. I know I'm very predictable. I'm sorry, it's still the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Eye Sleeping Mask. It was something I was thinking about. I know this is gonna sound like I'm deflecting for a moment here, but I swear to you this is true. That relationship, it really never should have happened in the first place, but I think it did because your upbringing impacts the way you think so deeply that you have to really work hard to overcome it. And the thing is, I had grown up in that fundamentalist church that was very cult-like, and you know, among the things that we were taught was that women don't say no to men. Women are to be subservient to men. Now I'm using their language. I can give you some more of the language. So you don't ever say the word luck. Nothing ever is luck. It's a bad word. It's derived from Lucifer. No, it's not. God's will, not luck. But anyway, yeah, I couldn't say no. It was very hard for me to stand up for myself as a woman because of all of those teachings that I had received. Let's try out this oil. Oh, it's such a cute little sample size. I'm excited for this, and then I'm going to use the Jade roller with it. Such a cute little baby, 0.24 fluid ounces. It's still going to last a long time. It's an oil. Tea seed is not to be confused with tea tree oil. It is, of course, green tea seed. And that is indeed the first ingredient in here. It does have some potential irritants if you're sensitive to citrus ingredients. And of course that does give it a naturally occurring smell. What a beautiful jade roller. This was sent over by AprilSkin, and they do have a little guide in here for how to use it. So with the small end of the roller, start at the inner corners of both under eyes and lids, rolling outward, and gently glide the Time Lock Jade facial roller over each area 4 to 6 times. Cheeks and jawline with the large end, start at the chin, rolling up and out towards the cheeks. Forehead is up and then outward, and then neck is upward. And this is all to promote lymphatic drainage. There actually is benefit to a jade roller, just sometimes it's a little blown out of proportion. I appreciate that AprilSkin did not do the blowing it out of proportion thing. I personally just like how relaxing using these is. I actually have quite a collection of jade roll, not just jade, amethyst, obsidian, what else do I have? Oh, pink, rose quartz. That is a lovely, very heavy jade roller. I see that they say it's 100% jade, which it does look quite beautiful. I'd love to know if the other jade rollers that I have that were a little bit less expensive, I'd love to know if those are actually jade also, or just that painted glass. All right, we're moving to the end of this routine. I'm trying out the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter. This is a fragrance-free version right here, and I was sent this by the brand. I do think this is an absolutely beautiful texture. So if you saw my video that I posted on Wednesday, my struggle with buffing that moisturizer into my skin, look at this one. It's just spreading so beautifully. This right here is the definition of cosmetic elegance. That is gorgeous, and it still feels very protective on my skin. Add a little bit more to my forehead here, and I'm gonna grab that box and actually look at the ingredients list, see if it's got any potential irritants. Since they do say it is the unscented version, we'll see if that means no fragrance or just no added the fragrance word. Okay, so they do TerraCycle and it's carbon neutral as well, but again, another clean beauty brand. I'm telling you. I love that it's high in aloe and argan oil. Those are two ingredients that work really well on my skin. It's got shea butter in it, which is giving that occlusive feeling. We do have some coconut-derived ingredients in here, although not coconut oil. Cucumber fruit extract, watermelon extract, great sources of antioxidant and also antioxidants, and also very calming ingredients. Yeah, actually, this does look non-irritating. This looks great. And just so you all know, I've been using the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream, also gifted by the brand, on my neck lately. So I'm actually almost out of this, but I've been loving it all the way on my décolleté also. That is a heavy moisturizer, but I absolutely love heavy moisturizers, especially in that region. Wonderful use. Well, that's it, and I talked more about my ex in this video than actually moving. You know why? It's because I'm over one of those two things. Yeah, you know exactly which one I'm over. Yeah, that move was a lot, but I want to at least tell you really quickly, this entire setup behind me, I cannot believe that it survived the move and survived so well. I have not found a single broken skincare or broken makeup product. We did have two things break, but I'll tell you about that in a second. Not a single broken product, and all I did is I took, you know those little worm squiggly things that come in your packaging? You know what I'm talking about. I took a bunch of those and shoved it in the drawers on top of all of the products, and then took the drawers, laid them sideways, and put them in a plastic bin with some bubble wrap, and it worked. It worked, nothing broke. But two things broke. We had a giant tub of oatmeal that we used to feed the worms, and yeah, it went everywhere. Our entire garage still has oats on the floor to this day. And then also coffee. We had a big bag of coffee that exploded. It was only food items that broke. I can't complain, they were cheap, but they made huge messes. Anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Please do let me know how you are doing in the comment section below. And you all know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.